What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. It's Trey here today, and I hope you're having a great week. Today, we are on episode number 24 of the JuiceBox, and we'll be breaking down the MLB slate. Short slate today with a few getaway games in the afternoon. But before we get too far into that, let's go ahead and remind everybody that you can join our premium Discord at wap.com/lockcity for just $5 per month. This gets you access to every cheat sheet every day across all active major sports, access to premium picks from all of our pro cappers. We have 9 of them in there, and tons of sports-specific and stat-specific data points on a daily basis to help you become a better sports bettor. There's great community. Check it out. Just 16 cents a day gets you access. wap.com/lockcity. All right, before we get into today's MLB slate, let's just take a quick look at how things went across the league yesterday. The Red Sox take down the O's 3-0 in Baltimore. Crochet on the mound there really shut down the Orioles, holding them to just 4 hits. Eflin takes his first loss of the year. The Rangers beat the Reds in a barn burner 1-0. Not a lot of offense in this game, just 6 hits total, 3 hits per team. Leiter gets his first win of the year. Green picks up his first loss despite some good pitching from both sides there. The Rangers are out to a 5-2 start on the year, and the Reds are just 2-4 to start. The Pirates at the Rays. Paul Skeens stay there. Pirates win 4-2 over the Rays. Skeens looked really, really good early, and he kept the Rays off the board while he was on the mound. The Rays only managed 4 hits and 2 runs throughout the entire game. The Royals and the Brewers, this was another close game, went into extras, and in the 11th, the Brewers ended up getting the winning run there, 3-2 win in extra innings. Angels at Cardinals, 12-5 win there for the Cardinals. Both teams 4-2 at this point in their season. The Twins take down the White Sox 6-1. Lopez had a very nice game, catching the win there on the mound for the Twins. The Blue Jays best the Nationals 4-2. The Blue Jays are a hot start, and I think leading the AL East at this point. The Cubs 10-2 win there in Sacramento over the Athletics. Another over in that stadium. That has been 3 straight cashes there. I believe it was like 22 runs, 11 runs, and 12 runs now in all 3 games played in Sacramento. Definitely a spot to keep an eye on for an over if the ball keeps moving in that stadium like that. The Padres are off to a perfect start, 7-0. They take down the Guardians 5-2 yesterday. Dylan Cease on the mound. He catches the win, and they are off to an absolutely fantastic start out there on the West. The Mariners best the Tigers 3-2. Tough one here. Skubal now 0-2 to start the year. Who would have guessed that? But he struggled a little bit early again and had a little bit of command issues, giving up 2 runs in the second, and that might have just been enough to keep the Tigers out of there with a little bit of offense lacking on their side. The Astros take another loss to the Giants. The Giants are good. We haven't said that in a few years, but they are good. 6-3 win there for the Giants. Framber Valdez picking up the loss there for Houston yesterday. The Mets best the Marlins 6-5 in a close one, coming down to extra innings. The Mets put up 2 in the 11th. Miami was only able to put up 1, and that's how that one ends. The Phillies with a 5-1 win over the Rockies. Unfortunately, they didn't catch enough runs in the first 5 to cash our best bet of the day from the pod. They had their chances. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. No outs. Harper, Bohm, and Schwarber strike out back to back to back. No runs pushed across the board there for the Phillies, unfortunately. And they had a total of 2 heading into that scenario. So that was a really tough loss there. I was actually typing up the post that we were going to cash that when they loaded up the bases with no outs. I thought that was a done deal. Tough one there, especially with the matchup. You really would have expected that Freeland would have let up a little bit of contact, at least get a sac fly or trade a double play or something there. Unfortunately, he does something he rarely does and strikes out 3 in a row. The D-backs best the Yankees in the Bronx 4-3. Gallen gets the win. He had an absolutely dominant game. And Ohtani gets the walk-off in LA to push the Dodgers to 8-0. And the Braves, man, starting in the cellar, 0-7. 6-5 win there in LA. Check out that video of Ohtani on social media this morning if you haven't seen it. Beauty shot from him. His swing is just so pure, and he is so fun to watch play. I'm glad that he is in MLB and we get to watch him every single day. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the afternoon slate. We are going to break down the 5 games we have here for Thursday, April 3rd, and we're going to do that using our favorite tool, sheet.today/MLB. Daily Sheets covers all the major sports and has great projections in MLB for each game. Go ahead and check it out, sheet.today/MLB. Follow us on social as well there. It's a fun little side project outside of Lock City that we're really proud of, and we appreciate the support from Lock City for helping us kind of do both here. So in the afternoon, 1 o'clock start in Philly, Rockies at Phillies. Tyron Walker on the mound for the Phillies. Antonio Senzatella on the mound for the Rockies. The Phillies are a strong favorite here, -238, and the total here is set at 9.5. But there is weather in the area, rainy on the East Coast today, so check those weather reports before you get too much money on the board for these games. Antonio Senzatella, interesting matchup here for a few of the Phillies hitters. Nick Castellanos, Trey Turner, both hitting 500 against him lifetime. Schwarby is 3 for 7 with a home run, so that might be a spot to look at as well. Harper, 3 for 12, not as much success, but he does have 2 home runs versus Senzatella, so we'll keep an eye on that if you're looking at some hit props there. A little bit further south in Baltimore today, the Red Sox are at the O's to close out this series. The O's are -118 home favorites here. The total is set at 9 runs. Charlie Morton on the mound for the Birds, Tanner Houck for the Red Sox. Some interesting matchups here in this game as well. Ramon Urias and Jorge Mateo, both 500 lifetime versus Tanner Houck. They both see lefties really well. Charlie Morton has a little bit of an interesting matchup as well. Jaron Duran has hit him very well in just 2 games that he's played against him. 3 for 7 with a home run in there. That might be an interesting spot to take a look at as well. Afternoon game, 4:10 start in Minnesota. The Astros are at the Twins. The Twins are a short -125 favorite. Here at home, the total is set at 7. Jose Altuve is riding a very nice 6-game hit streak, 6-game total base streak. If you're looking for some offensive props there, Hunter Brown on the mound for the Astros, Joe Ryan for the Twins. The Twins are looking to put together another win here and kind of keep the Astros in their slow start. Both of these teams kind of struggling to take off at the beginning of the year. They're both 2-4 and could really use a few good games offensively to get right. In the evening slate, 7:05 start in the Bronx. The D-backs and the Yankees face off again tonight. On the mound for the Yanks, got Carlos Carrasco and Merrill Kelly going for the D-backs in this one. Should be a really good game. The Yankees are -122 home favorites. The total is set at 10. I've enjoyed watching this series the whole way through. The pitching in this series has just been really good, so I'll probably stay away from offensive props in this one and look at just watching some good baseball. 7:40 start in Milwaukee, Reds at the Brewers. Both teams coming in here at 2-4. The Brewers are slight -118 favorite here at home. Total is set at 7.5. And we got Nestor Cortez on the mound for the Brewers. Got to get used to him in that jersey. and Nick Lodolo on the mound for the Reds. Jackson Chourio on a nice 5-game hit streak. If you're looking for some props there, Bryce Terang also on a 6-game hit streak, though he might be a little bit further down in the lineup today. Nestor Cortez had a really rough start in his first outing as a Brewer, so he'll be looking to bounce back in today's game. All right, that brings us to the end of our slate for today and the best part of the podcast where we give out our pick of the day, JuiceBox lock, if you will. So before I get to that, let me give you that quick reminder. How can you join Lock City and get in on all the action that we have going down with our 9 pro cappers and the great community that we have covering all major active sports? It's very easy. Head to wap.com/LockCity. For just $5 a month, that's 16 cents a day. You can get the best deal in this economy. No tariffs, just 16 cents a day, $5 a month, and you can get in on this great community and be a part of everything that we have here. Yesterday, we started it off in the first pitch lab with a plus 1100 first pitch banger. Marcus Semien coming in clutch there for us, and we had a really nice early slate there. Struggled a little bit at the end, but we are really locked in on those first pitches. We have hit over 20% of the first pitch in play options that we have put out, and we have over 20% that have gone foul. That is being locked in on almost half of the plays that we're putting out for in play to start the year. Big money going to be coming out of these first pitch plays, and I love it. I live for it. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and give out that juice box lock. It's our play of the day today. I'm going to be a little bit of a homer here. I am an Orioles fan, but I love backing Arias here versus the lefty. I'm going to go ahead and take his over 1.5 hit run RBI line for plus 105 today. And I look forward to watching that cash and hopefully watching the Birds get back in the win column today. All right, thanks for listening in to the pod. Looking forward to doing this again with you tomorrow and breaking down the MLB slate. This is Trey signing off. If you want to follow more, you can check me out in Lock City. You can also check me out on Twitter at Krabs Bets Bows, and that's Bows for Natty Bows, so it's BOHS. Be happy to interact with you and hear what you're betting on and what you like about the pod. All right, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a great one.